This is the TV news for Friday, November 5th. And let's begin with our regular Friday feature, the Sports TV News. We reported about the 2010 World Series delivering the worst ratings in the history of the Fall Classic on TV. A dubious honor indeed, and it tied the horrible numbers posted in the 2008 series. So is this a wake-up call for Major League Baseball? Can the World Series continue to compete effectively? Well, here with his answers is our very own TV sports guru, Eric Mackerlin. Eric?
In terms of short or long-term solutions for baseball, I really don't think that there are any open to them. Essentially, we did have a well-rated World Series in 2009, but as you know, you can't rely on the New York Yankees to bust through the championship every year. And as history tells us, the Yankees perhaps are due for a fall. And there are periods where the Yankees just don't play that well and don't make the postseason for lengthy periods. So what are you going to do in that absence? Well, baseball's answer, at least this week, seemed to be more playoffs. Yeah, that's right, another round of playoffs. Commissioner Bud Selig said this week that the league is seriously considering adding 2 extra teams to the playoffs, expanding it from 8 to 10. So that would essentially mean 5 teams in each league would make the postseason. And essentially what they would do is they would add either a best-of-3 or a 1-game playoff to determine the last participant in the division series. Okay, pretty soon, right after Selig made that announcement, the Major League Baseball Players Association announced that they were actually receptive to the idea. They have to agree to it, and they most likely would. So the answer is yet even more playoff baseball. Now, for someone like me, I'm not terribly enamored of that. I think the more time you place between the end of the season and the beginning of the World Series, the less relevant you make the World Series, and the more viewers, casual viewers, you're going to lose along the way to the Fall Classic. In terms of what could you do, well, you could shorten the regular season in order to maybe end the regular season in the 3rd week of September, but that would mean asking baseball owners to forego some home dates, and gate revenue is still very, very important in Major League Baseball. Another idea that Jeff and I have knocked around is, do you perhaps program in a way that's more productive and try to stay away from professional football? Essentially, that would mean blacking out the World Series on Sunday evenings and Monday nights. Unfortunately, I think Major League Baseball is just too proud to go down that road, even though it might help them. So in terms of what they're going to do, Jeff, and what solutions there are, quite honestly, I think they're just going to grin and bear it, add more playoff baseball, and just see where it goes.
Well, I'll give you a very short opinion. I think that standing in the way of Sunday and Monday Night Football, baseball doing that is kind of like standing, leaning into a Roger Clemens fastball. It's just bad business. But that's their decision. Thank you for all of your opinion and strategy, Eric, and we will see you next week. And now, as a follow-up to the conclusion of the 2010 World Series, the TVNews.TV congratulates Seth Berkman from Versus. He was the closest in our Guess the World Series ratings contest. And Seth has won a free sponsorship with the TV News. And should he play his cards right, I would guess that Seth would be a sort of folk hero inside the walls of Versus. Congratulations, Seth, you smart guy. Hey, you don't have to reach that far back in your memory to when, in the TV industry advertising world, the 55-plus demo, it was a dirty word. Then 55-plus became, well, tolerable, but not like the IT demos, like 18 to 34 or 25 to 54. Guess what? According to the head of research at NBCU, you have 3 guesses to guess the new IT demo. And the first 2 guesses don't count. Yeah, it's 55 plus. Red hot. And this huge group of 35 million spending over $2 trillion a year will be more than doubling in about 5 years. Yeah, I wish I had been able to foresee this trend a few years back. Oh, I did. No one would listen. Maybe it was me.
future events and opportunities. Brought to you by Dude Walker. Get the best voice. Get the best price. Get Dude at DudeWalker.com.
To reach the decision makers in the TV and new media industries with your message, and do it in video, become a sponsor of the TV News. To get started, shoot us an email at advertise@thetvnews.tv. Now you have the opportunity to be just like 007 when you attend the 2011 NatB Market and Conference at the Fontainebleau Resort in beautiful Miami Beach this January. For information, log on to natbmarket.com. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. Monday, another fresh edition. Be sure to catch up with anything you've missed this week in our archives, and we want to remind you about the top 10 turkeys in TV history, and it's coming to the TV News later this November. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a great weekend.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.